bear with me here. I'm going to get my guest in here. Just a minute. I actually have somebody stepping in last minute. Appreciate every time I have to have that happen. Let me get live everywhere too. Let me get situated while we're waiting on my guest. Okay, so I got the links into my guest. He should be with us soon. Let me get live everywhere else. If there is anybody watching, please just bear with me. Like I was saying a minute ago, though, I really appreciate every time I have to have somebody step in for me. I have several people that do it for me all the time. Every time I have something crazy like this happen. Just a second, guys. Make it live on Podbean. Okay, I should be live everywhere. Hi guys, I'm live on TikTok. Leah's here. Hi Leah. I'm trying to get my guest in here. We're having a little bit of issue. He said the link said expired. I'm going to try to send him another one. My guest tonight, though, he was on my show a couple weeks ago. His name is Kenny. He lives in another state, and I can't remember where, but he practices the medical marijuana program, and he has completely changed his life around. Him and his partner have both, they're both in recovery, and they're both doing really, really well, and he has a really great story. So I'm going to try to get him in here if I can get this to work. Mm-hmm. Oh, there he is. Okay. There we go.
There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. All right. Took a second. I couldn't get on at first.
I was getting ready to resend it. I don't know why it did that, but technology does crazy things. That's why, usually, right, before my episodes, I have, we at least do one time in the studio, like we did, because sometimes it acts crazy. I've had people get on here and they'll have to change their settings, when they get on, like they had to do it in the interview, and then so we knew when we got on, he didn't have sound, but he knew how to fix it because we had. So, but I was just saying how that we really didn't have anything planned because we planned this literally 30 minutes ago. So I really appreciate. I have a few people that usually step up for me. Redemption, if you're
not a problem. It was right before you asked. Right before you asked me, a guy asked me to join a Zoom meeting with him. I thought it was an actual meeting, but it was just somebody. He was going through it, and he wanted somebody to talk to, just have like a one-on-one meeting. And it was, it made me feel pretty good because I didn't expect it, but it was actually pretty good.
Was it somebody that you knew, or just somebody that you knew offline, or somebody random?
Somebody, it was a gentleman here off Facebook. He's in one of the groups I'm in. He comments on just about everything I post.
Well, that's awesome. It doesn't it make you feel so good? I have recently got certified, my peer support certification last weekend, and this weekend tomorrow I'm taking my CSA test, and like I'm just excited to be helping people. Like I kind of got out of like after I got. Someone said, "What are you two yapping about?" But we're just talking, like that's what we. If anybody is watching, give us topics, give us comments, guys. Let you know.
Yeah, give us a topic. Anything you want to talk about? Anybody want to talk about anything? Anybody struggling? Just, I guess, whatever, huh?
Yeah, anything. They said, "Damn, I thought this was pre-recorded." No, we are here live. We are
Can't make
here.
this.
Yeah. No, yeah, we ain't that good. I really appreciate it. Like to you and my friend James, shout out to him. We were gonna push the episode till 7. I got so mixed up when I couldn't get a hold of my guest earlier, and we were like, oh, we'll do it at 7, no big deal. Well, I have my last CSA class today at 7, so I was like,
oh wow,
I'm a random fan from Europe, no idea what to tell you, just scrolling and found this. Well, glad to have you here. Yeah, we're talking. This is a recovery podcast that I do every Friday. My guest tonight canceled, so Kenny is a previous guest of mine, and we've kind of stayed in, just shoot each other messages now and then. And I said, "Hey, would you be able to jump on?" And so here we are. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But from Europe, that's awesome. I saw my stats on Podbean has it shows you like where all your downloads come from, and I've had like 130 downloads, which I think is super cool. I've only been doing this since August, so and it shows you where each one is from, and like I don't know, there's like 14 from Sweden or something, like it just and then but most of them are from Ohio, Virginia, and California were my biggest.
It's my home state.
Yep, mine too.
I gotta say, I really don't miss it too much.
No, I am just, I don't know. I guess it's fall right now. Fall is my favorite season. I'm really like appreciating the beauty of where I live right now. Like I live in the mountains. I say that, man. I mean, he said, "Here's a follow." Thank you so much. Yeah, I do lots of episodes. I have like 20 already published episodes. Some of them are on Twitch. Twitch deletes them pretty frequently, but I am on YouTube as well and any podcast platform. So, but
I'm working my way up there.
Yeah, and keep promoting it in my group. I'm trying to get better about my social media. I'm really bad about, like, I just had a gentleman on TikTok that we discussed him being a guest, and then I kind of like, I don't check my TikTok every day because I'm just getting used to it. Like TikTok is very new for me. So like he was like, I'm sorry, like and I was like, no, you did not bother me at all. Like I'm so sorry that I left you hanging. Like I didn't mean to. I'm getting used to everything. And I was never a huge fan of social media before I started the show. I had never did a TikTok video, like never. And my first episode was interesting. I'm just now getting like comfortable. Like tonight when I couldn't find a guest, my husband was like, well, just go on and tell your story. And I was like, I am not comfortable enough to just get on here and talk by myself, like just.
Yeah.
But
that's kind of what I miss about TikTok. I got locked out of my account. I had like almost 10,000 followers, and I was back on there promoting recovery, and then I ended up switching phones and ended up getting locked out of my account.
I hate that, but TikTok, I will say TikTok has been really good. Like I grew my TikTok very quickly. Like TikTok has been great as far as like, they're great to grow about recovery. Like anybody recovery related, everybody is liking and following and been very supportive. People commenting on just, my videos. I went last week, I had like 33 TikTok followers. This morning I had 1,017. So like, but all I did was just start posting. I just start putting myself out there and posting videos. And I'm going to just close my TikTok off. You know, I put myself out there and I start, you know, just making. I have plans to do. I don't know if you saw my episodes with the author Josh. He has given me permission to use his, you know, some of his passages or whatever in I'm gonna do TikToks like where I get on there and read, you know, and then hopefully people will join and you know, and we'll talk about it and stuff. That's my hope. That now that I have, you know, I have like 1,000 followers now, so my hope is that I can you know, get on there and I'll get on there and read some of them passages. So I got kicked off of TikTok. I had to get back on, but you know, get on
I
there.
used to go live on TikTok all the time. I would do live meetings on TikTok, just like random lives sometimes. Like I was really into it when I had my TikTok. I would just go live and have the phone sitting there on the table while I'm in the kitchen cooking breakfast or something, just to go live.
Yeah, they do crazy stuff. And like sobriety is like one of those things that where like we like every aspect of it is so like amazing to us. So like I literally like you could do a live of you like I don't know cutting your hair and people are going to be like interested in it because I don't know because you're doing it sober. I don't know. It's just everything's different and new. And it's like the things that normal people do that are normal to most people is like a celebration, you know, rights for celebration to us. So I'm like, you know, oh, I've had this job 6 whole months, you know, and people are like, that's normal, you know, and I'm like, no, that's a huge deal. Like,
yeah.
So I really don't know what direction we want to go for the show tonight. I know you told your journey last time, so we can try to like hone in on like a topic. I know, you know, I've done them on parenting and relationships, or we can. I have a game that's just prompt questions about recovery stuff that we can answer if you want. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm up to talk about whatever.
If
it's something I don't feel comfortable with, I'll say it, but I'm basically an open book.
You know, it's crazy. I talked to someone from my past. Not. She's very clean and stuff. But she was telling me things, and it's just so sad. I just talked to her recently, and it's on my mind how sad it is. Like, how many people we lose. Like she was telling me, like she still lives in the area, and she is clean and doing well. But she, you know, you hear things, and she was like, literally 3 people in this conversation. She told me about 3 people that I intimately knew, not intimately, but you know, like closely knew, and that are gone now, and that I didn't even know because I don't keep up with anybody from my old life for obvious reasons, you know. And
exactly, same here.
It's awful to think about those things, you know.
Yeah, you always do hear it. I mean, you never know who's struggling, who's down and out. I mean, like it can be hard. Like that could be a good topic too, like depression or something. If you're feeling down and out, like what do you do to help keep yourself out of depression?
Yeah, absolutely. And like my episode, the guy that I said we were going to do at 7, I forgot about my class. We were going to do it, and I still hope that we can get together and do it, an episode on like the importance of service work and gratitude, and then like the peer support and stuff. And because I am super excited about that right now, obviously, because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That like and like you were saying, like you just some random guy from a group that you know you don't hardly know came to you, you know, and said, "Hey, can you help me out?"
That felt good.
Yeah, and you talk. I mean, obviously, you're here, so you got him through. You know, at least to where you felt comfortable to leave him. You know, and got him through it. So that's like, and you are you a peer support? I can't remember. Are you certified or no?
No, I'm not certified. No, I do want to get certified though.
Yeah. Well, you live. I don't know where you live, but you do live in Kentucky. I don't know if you have to be a Kentucky resident or not, but check it out at bestkydtraining.org. It's free there.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's the peer support, like the CPSS certification, the actual peer support is free. And and I do not think you have to be a resident of Kentucky. Check it out. And then you do have to have your high school diploma or GED. I'm not sure if you do, but that was the only thing that I had to have. And then the CSA course that I'm taking right now, it was only $75. These courses, the peer support course, like other places, is like $500. I couldn't believe that it was so cheap.
Wow.
And then like I'm going on from there, they have the continuing education, because the peer support, the CPSS, the free one, is centered towards mental health, which you have to initially get. But then the RADPSS is towards substance abuse, and I'm taking that as well. My end goal, I'm super excited. Not to, I know you're my guest tonight, but I've decided that I'm going to pursue my CADC, which is the actual counselor. And Kentucky offers a pathway where you can do like a step program. You could be like a CADC Associate 1 and then graduate up from there. And so I'm, I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm super excited to that, because at the end, the CADC degree is normally it's a bachelor's degree. You have to have a bachelor's degree, but because recovery, they value lived experience and etc. If you put in like, it's way more education. Oh, excuse me, way more education and like work experience hours to do the graduate path, but it's like the alternative is to get a bachelor's degree. So like it's really good program for people that don't have the time or money to go back to college. And I've researched my options to death, and I found a pretty reasonable like money wise, pretty reasonable pathway to go.
Yeah. I want to look into all that. Everybody keeps telling me I need to, just because of the type of person I am. There's no excuse. I just haven't yet, I guess.
And we all got to get there in our own time. But yeah, obviously, if somebody is reaching out to you to talk them through a problem, then maybe it is something that that you need to look into. And I know, like, we have had, we didn't know each other, and we've had no problem in our conversations. We always find that you seem to very, like, I don't know, very calm about you, like non-judgmental too. Like, I could not see you judging somebody, so it's probably a good thing.
I can't. I'm not judgmental at all, and I can't even say that I don't like judgmental people, because that's being judgmental. I can just say I'm not judgmental in any way, shape, or form.
To each their own, man. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if you have to sit there and feel bad or make people feel bad to feel good about yourself, then you need to look about yourself. But that's not for me to say. Like, you do you, man.
Yeah. That's like, there's so many judgmental people out there. Like, a lot of people see everything that I post on Facebook in these groups. And lately, the past 3-4 days, I've been getting in different groups, like, few hate comments here and there, but I don't engage with them. All I make sure I do, like, because I'm in so many, like the group that you created, and a couple other marijuana maintenance groups and just recovery, and they're getting a little. I blocked a couple people
in my
but
group?
They're getting a little. No, not that group.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not that one. But they're just like very judgmental, and they're expecting a response back, but I'm not the type to do that. So if I know I posted something and it's getting 20, 30 comments, I'm just going to go like every comment. Hey, I'm not even going to engage with you.
And what people don't understand too is them hate comments count as comments, sweetie. So go ahead and I'll just smile and it'll be fine. Like, I'm really bad for like, yeah, they said they're trying to rage bait you. Yeah, absolutely. He said they get it all the time. Yeah, it's that. And but like I said, that a view is a view. If they, and like, I'm really bad for if people say stuff, like I'll like write what I have to say, and I'll be like this is my last comment. I don't care what you say. I won't comment back, and I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, I do sometimes have to get my word in, but I won't argue. Like, I'll be like, look, this is what I have to say. And sometimes I can't help myself. I do get hot-headed.
Yo, me too. It can happen. That's why I like the person I am now, because it takes a lot to get me a little hot-headed. But I get hot-headed and go a little off the deep end if I get too engaged in an argument or something. Yeah. So that's why I just try to be. I just try to be the nice, smart-ass guy. I'll just like your comment.
Yep, just like it. Put a smiley face, a big smiley face. But shit, I was going to say
I don't have negativity or drama. I don't deal with it.
Nope. And I hope that you never experience something like that in my group. And if you do, let me know, because I don't. That's the all part of my whole platform, is that we accept everybody, every pathway. It's not for us to criticize your choices. And if you're struggling, nobody should be judging that either. Like, I don't know, I don't know what people are commenting on, what you're posting that they're commenting on, but like, it's not for them to judge. Like, who are they? I don't know.
Yeah. There was one I made. I started getting into the little creative AI thing to where it makes pictures and that. So it was a couple I made that just said like marijuana maintenance program, just basic like that, and I share them in the marijuana group. And it people always wanted to, they're starting to just get more and more negative. I just like it. I don't even let it bother me because the ones that are doing it are just expecting so much negativity because they're not happy. I don't have time for unhappy people. I'm happy where I'm at.
And here's the thing, anybody that is like in a recovery group should know better. Like, we know better, guys. We're not supposed to judge people or put people down and things like that. And we're supposed to accept all recovery pathways. If it is bettering your life, I wish my instructor guy for my courses that I've been taking, he is like, he calls himself a big book thumper. He studies the big book, and he will come at, like, when people talk about, there was somebody in our class that had mentioned somebody wanted to sponsor them and they were in the MAP program, yada, yada, yada. And he was like, I didn't do it because, you know, the big book says we should be free of substance. I don't know. But the other guy he came back with like, I don't know. I wish I knew his knowledge, because he came back with something from the big book that like made it. Oh, I think it was that we're not supposed to go against or question anything a therapist or clinician says or something like. So therefore, if a doctor's writing this medication, or if it's bettering our life, something he said about if it betters the quality of their life, like, and so nobody can argue the fact that your life is better today than it was in the past. You know what I mean? Like, if you were,
Exactly.
you were
I
like,
know my life is better today than it was 2 to 3 years ago, and I know what I'm doing to better my life, and I'm not going backwards. So what I'm doing is working for me right now. It may not work for some people, but
and
what I'm doing is working for me.
that's the thing too. Like, you don't push it on people. I've never seen you saying, "Oh, this is the right pathway," or none of that stuff. You do promote your pathway, but
I never will.
I think, you know, if you were in NA or AA, people promote that all the time, and nobody says anything. There's posts all the time about NA, AA, celebrate recovery, all the stuff. But like, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to post your pathway.
That's the thing, because a lot of it comes down to the older generation in the rooms, like. And I mean, it's a whole new generation now, and soon, within 5-10 years, is going to be just entirely our generation in the rooms.
Yep.
Like, not what they were. Like, what worked for them 30, 40 years ago isn't something that's probably going to work for 90% of people today. Like, the pathways of recovery change daily and for that person nonstop.
Absolutely. And it's not, like I said, it's not for anybody else to judge. Someone said, "Hey girl, hey, here I am." I don't know who that is, but hey, thanks for being here. It's just Facebook user. And then the fella from Europe, he said, "Oh, he's got to leave. Nice episode." He said, "I stayed here expecting typical boring essay podcast, but it's actually pretty entertaining. Keep it up." Thanks, hon. I try not to script my episodes. We really just wing it, so that way it's natural. Oh, Kendra. Hi, sweetheart. That's my friend I was talking about earlier that I just talked to. She actually, I say friend, but she is like my sister. She was with my brother for like 15 years. So. Oh, you are now?
Yeah, my wife has got to work.
Oh. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, my platform. I hope you never experience anything like that on it. She said because that's my whole thing, is that we're supposed to, accept everybody, and that's what I want it to be. Like, I want, I don't care if you're an alcoholic. Well, I don't care if you were.
The whole thing with recovery, like, there's been people judging that for years. Like, what was it, 5-6 years ago when I was on TikTok, and it was a big thing when Matt was a big thing. Oh, you're not clean if you're on Matt. You can't claim to be clean if you're on Matt. Then it dies down. People somewhat start to accept it. Then other paths show up. Now the marijuana maintenance program. And so many people are against that. Oh, it'll never work. You're not clean if you're still using something. Well, if it's better in my life and working for me, that's for me, not for you to judge.
Yep, absolutely. And that's it. That's just it too. Like, the whole thing about recovery is, like I said, I wish I had the instructor's knowledge, because he's like quoted the big book, but like, it's the whole deal with recovery is that it's supposed to be like bettering our quality of life. And if there's
Yep.
undeniable evidence that our lives are better, then oh well, what people think. And that comes down to too, like we're not supposed to let it bother us. And you do really what, like you're sitting here calmly, like, oh well, they they hate Robin. Oh well, I like them. Like so
Yeah.
Kendra said come on the show again if I need her. I definitely always need guests, and people always cancel on me. Kenny is here at the last minute. That's why we don't have a theme. We're just winging it. They said we're doing so good. I appreciate it. And then they said, if you're not robbing and sticking stuff in your nose or arm, you're clean in my book. I agree. If you like,
Definitely. Thank you for saying that. I like that.
absolutely. If you're maintaining life, if you're paying your bills and going to work or whatever it is that you do, you know, like if you're being a person, if you're getting up and showering, things like that, you know, then I think
Yeah,
you're doing good, because I know when I was strung out, bro, like I didn't even have the energy or the want to take a bath, you know, for days sometimes. Like,
yeah,
just, you know, that. So I think if we're doing those things like normal things, then I think that we're in recovery. I think, you know, recovery isn't a set in stone, and that's like a big thing that recovery is supposed to preach. Like recovery isn't a template. It's not a standard. It's different for everybody. Every single person.
exactly.
Like I can't follow the same path you follow. It's not going to give me the same results, and that's okay. And you're allowed to have your path, and I'm allowed to have mine, and we're not supposed to hate on each other for that. Like that's
Yep.
there's as long as we get to the same destination, you know, which is a better life. And kudos to
Yes,
you. I'm
that's
like
exactly it.
I'm like rambling on because I'm pissed off because, you know, because like, so like you're obviously it grew more than me. So
Yeah, I'm used to it.
I don't understand people. And like I said, people in recovery, like y'all, we should know better. Like we know better than to
It's
be
some of
hateful.
them that are the quickest ones to judge too, and that's the sad part. It's the ones that some of the ones in recovery are the quickest ones to judge someone else's recovery.
Hi, Josh. I was just talking about you and your book a few minutes ago. Yeah, and you know that's like, and people are gonna come for me this, but some people that consider themselves Christians, you know, same way, they'll come for you quicker than anything, and you know, and I'm like, God, you know, that's not what God wants us to do, but sometimes people,
Yeah,
that goes to just back to where we're supposed to mind our own business, and I guess, but
yeah,
it's hard sometimes.
yes, it is.
So, has anything new with in your life?
No, not really. The house is just getting hectic. Everybody's getting home from work. That's about
So
it.
I
No, I'm
know
still good.
we talked the last time about your wife. Are you guys married or no?
No, not married yet. Disengaged.
Not married yet, yeah. And I think that that is an incredible story inside of itself for people that don't know it. I know Kendra's watching; she's gonna like this. Like how that you got, um, you know, you got with her, you came with her knowing, you know, you were clean and she was not, and you know, and she just quit. Like she just threw her, literally was like, okay, this is what I want to do
Yeah,
with my life. Get rid of my stuff. Literally handed her stuff over to you and threw it out the window. And then, you know, of course, everything's not rainbows and unicorns, but it's obviously working out for you guys. So
exactly. Yeah, like it's never perfect. You're always gonna have trials and tribulations doing through anything. But yeah, I mean, it is it's working.
and that's so crazy, like how, you know, people find love in like the weirdest places sometimes. Like who would have ever thought that you know, she's a truck driver that, I don't know, you guys never did say how you met, but she just came to Ohio and picked you up and then it just worked out. So Candace said, I got into it with a girl the other day that was on subs in recovery with me. Says now she drinks and smokes, but sub is not clean. Yeah, people are so judgmental. You're welcome, Josh. I really mean about the book. I'm gonna real quick say that again, is because I can't say it enough times. When we were talking about doing the TikToks earlier, and we were talking about how you got on. I'm super excited to start my little series of them because Josh's writings are new. So like, you know, people get on there and they do all the inspirational TikToks and they read from the text in the big book and all that. And that's amazing and, you know, good for them and whatever. But like,
Yeah,
I'm super excited to get out there. I really think Josh's book is going to be the next big piece of recovery literature, you know, in time. Like it is freaking
yeah.
huge.
That's what I think with the marijuana maintenance too, because I do the marijuana maintenance program, but of course I'm still learning. And there's a lot of material out there that I did not know existed that I'm still learning more about the program to help me better my life more. And it's like, if you have an open mind, you can learn something new every day. And it's a lot about the marijuana maintenance program that I didn't even know.
Maybe that's what you should do. You know, you're talking about like advocating and stuff for people. Like maybe that's what you should do. Maybe you should really study and get like, you know, figure out the facts and the studies and the numbers of people that it
That's
helped.
what I'm thinking about doing, really. That's I've been thinking about that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that for you. And then get on TikTok or YouTube or both or whatever and just put yourself out there. That's what I was saying too about like TikTok is like if you just put yourself out there, like people join, people like, people, you know, all of people follow, like people want to hear stuff like this, and especially like and controversial stuff like that, like the marijuana maintenance man, you will get so much likes and follows, even like from haters, but oh well, they count, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you'll get that, you will, but like you have the best temperament for that because you're just like chill as hell, like oh well, you know, they're going to be haters
Yeah.
and there's people going to be disagreeing, that's okay. And I think that's really the way to kill that, is just be like, okay, you know, that's, it's fine to disagree.
Yeah.
Like
See, and then this is I'm living proof of the marijuana maintenance program that it really does work. Because I
absolutely.
didn't take no extra, but that's the only reason I'm as calm as I call. I'm as calm as I am, and I
Yeah.
don't get irritated because of the marijuana maintenance program. If it wasn't
Hey,
for that, I'd be engaged in every negative comment on there.
it works. That just goes back to you knowing yourself and you know what works for you, you know? And everybody's
Yeah.
body is different. Like I had a friend recently that she was telling me about when she got clean, and she is now on no substances, but when she had first got clean, she was on methadone. And because she said she went to the subclinic and they weren't working for her. And that's like totally a thing. Like sometimes certain medication doesn't work for people. Like, you know, it's not going to, people like, you know, like for you where the marijuana works really good for you. So like subs probably weren't, because wouldn't, because they're like a
Yeah.
totally different type of drug.
You know
So
that is a question I get all the time. That I tell different people about my story, and in case if anybody is wondering, like before before this, I had 6 years clean. I was on Suboxone for 6 years. Took it as prescribed. Did everything I was supposed to. But one thing I can tell you, if you want to get off of Suboxone, you tell your doctor, and they have to titrate you off very slowly, because the withdrawals from Suboxone, just up and quitting, are just as bad as heroin and fentanyl withdrawals. I had it really bad, and I had to be
it's
hospitalized. So if
worse.
you are on it, do not try to quit on your own like that. It can be bad.
Yep. I had to withdraw from Suboxone in jail, and it was awful. Like with no
Ooh.
withdrawal meds, yeah, they you know lay it out on the floor, and that was terrible.
Yeah, in our county jail up north, if you tell them you're dope sick, they give you a Tylenol and a cup of Pepto Bismol.
Yep, if you're lucky, you might get a Benadryl or
Yeah.
something. But someone said they're a fan as well, and it's allowed me to maintain a job for 5 years and counting. I don't know if they're talking about or about like Matt or marijuana maintenance, but either way, absolutely good for you. Like
Yes.
you know, 5 years. That's
Whatever.
a
Yeah.
like that is a great, that's like another evidence right there, just another person that like whether they're you know whether they're on like subs or marijuana, it's still like medical maintenance, like because marijuana is getting medically legal in like everywhere now. And I think
Yeah,
I really,
exactly. There are states you can go see a doctor, and the doctor will write you a prescription for a certain strain of marijuana, and you'll go pick it up in a bottle, and it'll be marijuana to smoke or chew or whatever. Like, it is medicine now.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah, it doesn't even have to be smoked. Like that's, let's touch back on that. Like, you know, you're pushing marijuana maintenance, but let's talk about, how do you take your marijuana?
Yeah, me, I take mine in gummies. I do mine gummy form. I don't like to smoke a lot because I can get too stoned. So I take 3 gummies a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening, with my other medications that I do take.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You use it just as a medicate. Like you literally, you don't even smoke. We're not talking about you sitting around smoking weed, which for some people that do, that's completely fine. You know, marijuana maintenance is marijuana
Yeah,
maintenance.
I mean, what works for you works for you. Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying in your specific case, like you should have no haters. Like you are literally doing it the best possible way, medication wise. You know what I mean? Like you take it, you know,
Yeah.
3 times a day with your medicine, the same dose, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, Kendra, she said that our county jail up north now doses you if you're on subs as long as you're an established patient before intake. I've seen a lot of jails doing that now. They do down here even. So we're
I've
down.
heard that. Yeah, that's good. It's
Yeah,
about
that's
time.
good because people don't need to be in there with, because then people are going to get out and they're going to go back to getting high when they may have been doing good on subs. You don't know. Or even if they were
I know 2 people from my hometown that died in booking in our county jail, detoxing off of drugs because they were there for 4 or 5 days and not being attended to.
Oh my God. Yeah. Detox
Yeah,
is really serious. People don't understand like that when we're talking about withdrawing, like people that have never went through it, like they don't understand that we're not just talking about, oh, I don't feel good or whatever. Like it's like people die from this, like especially like
yeah.
alcohol withdrawals and benzo withdrawals, I think. And again, I'm not an expert, guys, so we don't know, but hey girl, someone else is on here. I don't know who. It's Facebook. If you guys are like on my Facebook profile, my actual profile, it doesn't show me their name when they comment, just says Facebook user. The guy,
Okay.
yeah, the guy that was on Twitch, it did show me his name, but I didn't know. He said he didn't know if he was from Europe, but I couldn't say his name. It was like Aryan.
He didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. I couldn't say it, so I didn't want to butcher it. So it's just like, hey. But that was really cool. Like, that's why I streamed to so many places. He was on Twitch, and which is like a gaming really platform, but I can stream there.
Yeah.
So I do, and he just happened across it. That happened with me on the Podbean too. Like I'm live on Podbean Live Room, and they one time I was on here, and I wasn't even doing an episode when I did it. I was trying to figure some audio out. I had downloaded software to split my audio between Hi, girl, I've not seen you forever. I just heard you were doing really good, though. I'm glad you're here. We are really just winging it. We have no. What the fuck? This is. Hey, we have no theme to this episode. We are really just talking it out because my guest canceled on me today, and Kenny, literally 30 minutes before we started, I texted him and he had something else he had to do first, and he has not stopped. He went straight from a Zoom meeting to Kendra put a smiley face.
Yeah, that's what I like doing. I can sit here on the phone and do that all day. People needed somebody to talk to or just anything.
That's why you should do the peer support and really, like, look into it. There are so many options now for like free or low cost. Like they're making it super easy for people because they're realizing that like as addicts, we respond to peer support to people with lived experience. Like I'm not knocking anybody that's a that's a counselor that doesn't have lived experience, because some are very effective. I have a good friend, Fauna. She is not in recovery, but she is a recovery counselor. She goes out of her way to understand her client. She goes to meeting. Well, we have another friend, a mutual friend that is also a counselor that is in recovery. And Fauna goes to meetings with her other friend just so she can better understand her clients. Like, she doesn't have to do that. She doesn't have to go out of her way in her free time to try to get a better understanding. And hi.
Hey.
So finally meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Hello.
Her name's Angel.
Angel. It's good to have you on.
How are you guys today?
You have amazing willpower. He told me all about how you just threw your stuff out the window and said, fuck it, you was done. And I don't know. That's rare, And I'm sure it was tough, I'm sure it wasn't. I'm making it sound like you just threw it out the window, and I'm sure it was difficult.
Yeah, I saw something I wanted more than drugs.
Absolutely. I love, that's so crazy. That's what I was saying. Like it's crazy how we find love in like the strangest places. Like God just makes it happen. When it's meant to be, he figures it out. Like, you guys were far apart and you just like picked him up, and then like, like it worked
been together
out.
ever since.
Yeah, like, happily ever after. Like, just it's crazy. Like you rode away into the sunset in your semi. Like
Pretty much.
That's kind of how it happened.
Yeah.
If you want to turn it into one of the fairy tales, that's what happened.
Y'all are great. Nice to hear feedback from people about sobriety and real life issues. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to do here. I am trying to make the podcast go more like I want to talk more about, problems and the struggles that we suffer. And also, I definitely want to keep celebrating everybody's success and accomplishments and achievements. I think that's super important. I think like anytime we talk about the problems and struggles, it's always good to follow up with like the good stuff, where we are now and how much better our life is today, because I don't ever want to be confused that I'm trying to trigger people or anything like that. But I think that it's important to talk about real life things. Like, I think that's some of the problem is that,
That's
we're always
the only way you're going to be able to work through it is actually talk about real life things and find ways to work through them.
Yes, I said that earlier, exact words. I said the only way that people can work through things is by owning them and talking about them. I could never get past some of the things that I've done in my life if I didn't just own them. Like, own it. I did it. I did it. And to say it out loud sometimes, just is like a really like pull a weight off, just to say it out loud and let people know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really think that you should pursue the peer support thing. I really think that would be great for you, or
support.
Oh
Yeah, I should really do that. She did it too. She got certified in it, and I'm gonna look into it too.
It was super it was really easy to get certified. They tell you in class, like they said, we are not preparing you for the exam. We're preparing you to be a great peer support. Like all the answers to the exam is in the material that they give you, but it's not about the slides. It's about like what they say and listening to their experience and how to handle clients and how to deal with things. But they were very good. Like the instructors, I give a shout out to the best KY training because they were really good.
Now with me, I left the door open, went inside, came back out, and he took off the truck. Sorry, we got a stray cat.
Oh, you are fine. You're absolutely fine. This is all last minute, so I can't complain. I appreciate you getting on here. I waited. Like I said, I thought I had it figured out because James said, "Oh, if we can push it till 7, I can do that." And I said, "No big deal. I can. What's an hour?" But I forgot I have class at 7, so kind of is a big deal. But I have class in 10 minutes, so we can call this we can call it a night. I know your lady just got home and you're wanting to go spend some time with her, so I'll let you jump off here, Kenny. I really, really appreciate you jumping on here, and I think going with the flow. We had we had no topic, no theme to this at all. We were all over the place, but that was real, and I like that. I like that. It's always important to have those episodes where we just get on here and chat and talk about real stuff. So thanks for that, and thanks for being open and sharing your life with all of us. And I'll see you next time. I'm sure there'll be a next time. People are always canceling.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Thanks everybody for watching, guys. I'm gonna cut it short just a little bit tonight because I have my last CSA class and then I'm taking my test tomorrow. So everybody wish me luck on that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3. Tomorrow's episode is not at 1:30 like usually. It's at 3 p.m. and I have Derek Schaus on. So I know if Kendra's still listening, you might want to catch that because he has a pretty good story. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem been better. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me, might smoke bed in heaven, gotta hold